Welcome to the Dune Vulpine podcast where we cover everything from kickoffs to credits to body slams. New episode every Monday and Thursday. Today we'll be reacting to match day 9 Premier League and also the Clásico. But actually let's start with my team actually. Man United 4, Brighton 2. And I was actually going nervous to this game because I thought like the game against Liverpool, we've seen it happen every season. Naturally with beating Liverpool in Anfield, but beating the big six clubs. Like we beat City, then we go lose against, I don't know, somebody in the bottom half. And Brighton actually, they've been beating us lately. They became our bogey team. And actually, when they came to Old Trafford, always they school us tactically, physically. They just way ahead of us. We can't even touch them. And for the first 10, 12, 13 minutes, it was actually looking like, oh my god, it's gonna be tough. And then thankfully we start creating chances. And then Cunha actually scored his first goal for Man United. He's been playing well. Like lot of other players, like they didn't score. Actually, he was like every game. You can see the difference. You can see the upgrade on the players that we had last season and other previous seasons. But he gets his actual goal, the first goal, and I was happy for him. And then we had the deflection goal by Casemiro. We always have our luck against us, so at least something's changed. And Buemo, I think he's like one of the best signings, not just for Man United, but best signings for this season, actually Premier League. And he scored two. Look, 61 minutes, we are 3 up. I'm actually, you should be like drinking coffee and cigars at this moment, but substitutions came on. Substitution came on for both teams, Brighton and Man United, and difference. You can see the difference. Like, I'm not gonna go on Dogo for the fault. I'm gonna for the foul. I'm gonna go on him for making mistakes of sloppy pass to Buemo. He gave it to Brighton player 1-on-1, which actually wasn't a foul. The referee had a shocker. He didn't give us penalty with two actually, the Ahmed one and the Boomer one. And the foul wasn't even a foul, but Welbeck scored. He always scored against us. I don't know how, because he was awful for us. But he always scored against us. I mean, can Sinilomos actually do better? It was kind of center, but it was like coming fast. Why are you coming fast? Nothing you can do. I'm like then, oh my god, I'm walking literally in my room. Hard to watch those 20 minutes, late 20 minutes. I'm pacing in my room, I'm shouting, I'm screaming at the players. Because like, come on, this was like an easy game. And we actually, for 70 plus minutes, we controlled that game. Brighton didn't have anything for us. But then they scored the first, you know how football works, all momentum go for them. And, you know, some of players, like, they can easily, the moral go down and stuff like that. So, and then they scored the 92 plus minutes. And how on earth was it was 7 minutes at a time? But it doesn't matter because Mbeumo scored the fourth, and I went ballistic because I thought, oh my god, look, we beat Liverpool, diminuting. Then we are just dominating against Brighton, dominating, cruising. Oh my god, we're gonna lose now. We're gonna draw points. We didn't do it because the score doesn't tell the whole story if you watch the game. Thankfully, it was 4-2. And we can move on now. Next game is against Forest away. It's not going to be easy. But hopefully this plays like mentally, like they can actually start thinking, no, we actually can go and win Premier League games instead of losing or dropping points, like draw or something. So hopefully they go and win against Forest. Again, it's not going to be easy. I mean, they lost to Bournemouth. We're going to talk about Bournemouth a few minutes, but we have to go and win against, because if we do 19 points, we'll probably be fourth by that time. If some results go to our way. Yeah, hopefully a good win. It's good to see Cunha on the score sheet. Cisco was actually played well, but we need to see more of him. I mean, more goals. Ahmed was played well. The defense looked good. Sene Lamas was good. Casemiro Bruno looked good. And Baleba also looked good for us. I mean, 100 million player. He's a good player, but it's not 100 million. For me, go in January, offer them 40, 50 if they take it or leave it. But yeah. Actually, let's go with Leeds, West Ham, and move it quickly from this. Like these two, West Ham one. I've watched some of. I watched like first few minutes of the first half. I don't think I watched second half because Friday night it was a dead game. So it was like 2-0. I was like, West Ham are the worst team in the league. Them and Wolves. Good win for Leeds. You need to win this kind of games if you wanna win. If you wanna stay up in the Premier League. So good win. But what's not good is Saturday, October 25th, 2025. Chelsea Football Club, the World Cup champions, yeah. Losing to Sunderland at home, a promoted team, which they're actually doing good. They are fourth in the league. Beating Sunderland at home is not easy. Beating Sunderland at home is not for everyone, buddy. You had Garnacho scoring, and now he's like sitting around. He's like, oh my god, this cunt. But actually, big up Sunderland because they're playing well. A lot of people had them going down. I didn't. By the way, I will believe in you, Sunderland. I believe in you. 2-1. Shamsuddin Talbi scored the second goal in like 91 minutes, 92. And Chelsea, let's talk about Chelsea. Sunderland, they're doing well. And they're probably going to stay up. But now you can reach world stars. You can reach like a top 10 finish, top 6, top 8. Why not? Go for it. You and Bournemouth, go for it. Why not? I like when these kind of teams do this like in the league. Because I'm tired of the big clubs always dominating. I like when like this type of result happens. For Chelsea, Chelsea are a top 4 club. No doubt about that. But without Palmer, they are like a mid-table team. Because I look at the attack, Garnacho, it's not good enough. Neto, it's not good enough. Pedro, good player on the day, not good enough. Caicedo, one of the best CDMs in the league, obviously. Cucurella, one of the best left back in the league, obviously. Reece James, one of the best right back in the league, obviously. I don't rate Chalobah, I don't rate Tosin. Achompong is actually a good type player. Hato is young. Sanchez is awful. Enzo is not consistent enough. So, yeah. It's not good for Chelsea. They're actually losing now. Like, they lost to us. They lost to Brighton. Because they played with 10 men. So, they blame themselves. But here, there's no 10 men. So, who do you blame? Do you blame Maresca? Do you blame his tactics? Do you blame the recruitments? And, yeah. But big up Sunderland, actually. They moved to 4th in the league and Chelsea go to 9th. But Premier League is now like close. So if you win like 2-3 games in a row, you'll find yourself 2nd. If you lose 3 games, 2 games in a row, you'll find yourself 50th, 40th. So it's all close in the mid. Newcastle 2, Fulham 1. Good win for Newcastle. Fulham are doing terrible in the league so far this season. I don't know how we didn't win against them, but yeah. It's another story for another day. By the way, on Man United, before I move on, I hate the word if, but if Bruno scored the penalty against Brentford and Fulham, I don't care about other Arsenal game because of the mistake of the goalkeeper. Let's talk realistically. Bruno scored those penalties. We are 2nd in the league, but game by game. On Newcastle, good win for Newcastle. Bruno Gomes scored a late goal. And yeah, Fulham are doing terrible in the league. Let me ask you a question. Who's doing also terrible right now in the league? who lost 4 games in a row in the league, who got dominated in the G-Tech, mate, in the G-Tech. 3-2 flattered you. Good goal by Salah. No one's gonna remember that. Kirk has scored. I'm gonna remember that because the referee gave you more time than you should have. But all that, it doesn't matter. Thiago, Igor, Shade, and Otara. 3 Brentford, Liverpool 2. What's going on, Liverpool? What's going on? The champions, 400 million spent. Kirk is awful, even though he scored. Frimpong is not playing, but he's been awful lately. Wirtz. Because when it comes to Manchester United players, they always talk about us. But and we're going to speak about Xavi Simons. Pedro, no one's talking about him. Wirtz, a lot of people are trolling him, but let's talk about football really. Good player, good talented player. Like 4 years ago when he came onto the scene, I was like a big fan of him. Then he had the injury. Then he came back and started playing well again, and then won the league with Leverkusen. Good player. But sometimes buying these type of players, I've seen it with Manchester United. Buying these type of players is not going to work all the time. Sometimes what needs to happen is like when Ferguson used to do, and go to the best of the rest other teams, mid-table teams, and buy the best player of their squad, of their team. Like buying Nkonia, buying Boemo, like we did in the past, buying Roy Keane, Cantona, Tevez, Robin van Persie. Like for Man United, I would love to see and go buy Semenyo and die, Elliot Anderson, Gray. So for Liverpool, they went all and spent money on sexy names, Frimpong, which I will really loved, and Manchester United would be good right wing back. But he didn't come. He went to Liverpool. I don't think we paid for him or anything, but Wirtz, good player. 430, 440. If that player doesn't score for you 15 goals or 15 assists, he's gonna flop. And I said he would be the flop of the season. I know he's not playing, but for that money, if he don't score like 20 goals back to back, I mean he did that with Newcastle, 20 goals back to back league season. If he doesn't score 20 this season, he flopped. I think their best player right now is Ekitike and Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai, I know he's not scoring or assisting, but he doesn't stop running. And Ekitike actually he started scoring goals the first 2 games. Then I don't know, maybe confident because he saw himself like being dropped for Isaac, and now he came onto the team and he's not playing well. They have Palace in the Carabao Cup. We're gonna predict quick Carabao Cup predictions on Wednesday. But yeah, like Liverpool, 4 losses in a row in the Premier League. They have Palace at home. Carabao Cup's not easy, especially if Palace doesn't rest players. Then they have Aston Villa, who won against Man City. I'm going to talk about that. They also going to have Real Madrid, and they're going to have City away in the Premier League. Not easy. And if you ask me in the start of the season, you say this type of stuff that Manchester United going to be above Liverpool, I'd have told you you're crazy. Wolves 2, Burnley 3. This is not good for Wolves. 2 points. They haven't won a game yet. It's a good win by Burnley, especially away. They have Arsenal next. This is a good win for Burnley because if you want to stay up in the league, you need to beat these teams around you, like from team about 20th, 19th, 80th, 70th, 60th, 50th. You need to beat these 2 top of teams to stay up in the league. Like Sunderland will stay up. I believe they will stay up. 17 points already. Like for them, the dream is top 10 finish. Burnley now on 10 points. So for them is now like they are above Fulham, so above Forest, West Ham, and Wolves. So it's a good win for them. Arsenal win, Crystal Palace nil. I think I was like flicking the channels between this and Aston Villa Man City. Aston Villa was much better game. Arsenal Palace is a boring game. Set piece again, it doesn't matter as long as you win games. Because every team is now doing the long throws, the long balls, the set pieces. They always matter in the Premier in every game. Doesn't matter. I know it's not the sexy football, but it doesn't matter. If you win the league, you win it. Doesn't matter how you do it. And who scored? Ebereche Eze, former player for Crystal Palace, but good player, good finish, and they go top of the league with. What's the competition now this season? Bournemouth, Sunderland, Tottenham, and United. I do think they're gonna win the league right now if they keep doing this until like Christmas, because they can be the buffer on Man City, especially the team who lost against Aston Villa. Good win by Villa, actually. Matika, who is on form right now. So Aston Villa won, Man City 0. I was like, if City gonna be up there with Arsenal, you need Haaland to score, and when Haaland doesn't score, City looking like an average team, to be honest. Good finish, but Matika could have been more, to be honest. Like Aston Villa had other chances, but Aston Villa, big up to Aston Villa because they started the campaign very, very, very terrible. Because I think they were the only team in top 5 leagues in like 4 games they didn't score or something like that, or win or something like that. But yeah, now they're like 15 points. Same tally like Liverpool above Chelsea. So yeah, good win for Villa. Good win for Bournemouth 2, Nottingham Forest 0. Bournemouth second in the league, 18 points. They lost Huijsens, Arbani, Kirkes, Otara. But big up Bournemouth, big up Eraola, big up their players. They have played the most beautiful football in the league. And their next game is against Man City. I don't know, Gama. Maybe they can win. And if they win that, maybe we're looking for Bournemouth to finish top 6, top 7 in this league, maybe, if they keep doing this. So, good win for them. Tottenham 3, Everton 0. This game was boring game. But it doesn't matter. Set pieces again. Mickey van de Ven with 2 goals. Thank you, Mickey, for all the points in my FPL. I had good week because of Mickey van de Ven. So in my FPL, he got me all the points. But yeah, clean sheets. Vicario saved a lot of shots. And yeah, they won 3-0. Everton, like, they had a good. Actually, Spurs are good away from home, and then next game is against Chelsea. So, but it's at home, so it will be like a nice game to watch. I can't predict that without both not consistent enough. Like Chelsea can win, anything can happen in the game. But yeah, like the table looks. Let's take a look actually at the table. Because we know Arsenal first with 22 points, Bournemouth second with 18 points, Tottenham third with 17 points, Sunderland fourth with 17 points, fifth Man City with 16, sixth Man United with 16, same points as City, Liverpool 15th, Aston Villa 8th, 15th, Chelsea 9th with 14th, Crystal Palace 10th with 30th. Big up Brentford. They lost all their players. The manager, 13 points. 11th, Newcastle 12 with 12 points. Brighton 13th with 12 points. Everton 14th with 11 points. Leeds 11 with 11 points. In 50th, Burnley 60th with 10 points. Fulham 17th, 8 points. Bottom of the table, Nottingham Forest with 5. West Ham with 4 points and Wolves with 2. With less Wolves. Let's do Carabao Cup predictions quickly. Grimsby and Bradford. Go on, Grimsby. You beat us. So go on, Grimsby. Fulham. I really don't know how to spell this team. His name. What's his name? Why can't? What? I've been watching football my whole life. What's going on? I don't know. I don't know how to spell this team name. Yeah, let's go Fulham. Fulham win. Yeah, let's go with Fulham. I'm not gonna. Wrexham, Cardiff, Wales Derby. Go on, Wrexham. Man City's Wednesday. Why Man City always have easy draws? FA Cup, Carabao Cup. Always easy for them. I don't understand. Yeah, Man City win obviously. Arsenal, Brighton. This game depends if Arsenal rest their players. Even though if they rest players, they have good players though. Like Brighton are just a mixed bag team. It's away as well. I'm gonna go Arsenal. Liverpool Palace. This is not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy on a Wednesday, and then they play Saturday football. I think against Villa or Sunday. Yeah, not a lot of days to rest. So maybe they rest players. I'm gonna go with Crystal Palace win. Wolves Chelsea. If Chelsea lose this game, nah, they can't. They can't. Wolves are just a bad team. Go Chelsea. Go on Chelsea. And Newcastle against Tottenham. This will be a spicy game. Very spicy game. Newcastle, actually, Tottenham are good away from this season, away from home. But Newcastle are a good team, so I'm gonna go Newcastle. And actually, before I go, let's touch on Clásico very quickly. I left it late because this was like one of the most boring Clásico ever. If you have me, flicking the channel between this game and Everton and Spurs, and also like the games before, because this was like 4:15, because I was also watching Aston Villa and Arsenal, Crystal Palace. These games was just boring to watch. And Pompey scored 22 minutes, and then Lopez, Fermin equalized for Barcelona. And then Bellingham scored, which I thought it was a foul on Korbasi, because I thought Huysen elbowed him in the face, just like I thought Van Dijk elbowed in the Brentford game, which should have been penalty. I mean, you can elbow people outside. If you go outside and you have the ball, as long as you touch the ball, you can elbow people. It's not going to be anything against you. I don't understand football anymore. You can elbow people in the face as long as you have the ball. You touch the ball, you can elbow people. But yeah, like Barcelona had like some of injuries, but no excuses. You go against Real Madrid, like your biggest game ever, and you play like that. Like big up Real Madrid, because they know like their mission, because they lost 4 times last season, and they come onto this game with vengeance and revenge. And they were on it from the first few minutes. Like they had penalty, which wasn't, and then they scored an offside goal. They kept going and going and going, and they never stopped. But the game was boring. It was boring to watch. Anyway, Real Madrid 2, Barcelona 1. I thought like this game because before, when I did my prediction, I was like, this game gonna be most interested game. I talked about the game, and then I didn't give like Premier League a lot of minutes to talk about my prediction, because I thought Premier League didn't have a lot of good games this week. And it was the opposite, because Premier League had like shocking results, good matches, exciting matches, and then this match, the biggest game of the week, one of the biggest games ever in football, Barcelona Real Madrid. But I just think that football is not like it used to be. I know I'm nostalgia merchant person. I love my early 2000 football, even 2010s. Like a Clásico is not like it was. Like everyone can play in a Clásico right now. Everyone can play for Barcelona Real Madrid right now. It's not like it used to be. A lot of talents, a lot of good players, like legends playing for that team. Legends. Even though when they were playing like before retiring, they were legends. So yeah, I guess football is not like it used to be anymore. Anyway, like any Champions League is not the same. But yeah, this is like a story for another day, another topic for another day. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Thank you. Take care.